Hello guys, and welcome back to our skills overview. In fact, this is our very first skills that we're looking at, and it's actually a new skill. It's the smithing skill. So from our overview of all of the skills video, we have got... Oh, look at these beautiful graphics, by the way. Have a little look at this. Ooh, ooh, oh. Very nice. Right. So, this will actually... give us a little bit of insight into how the skills work in Skyrim. We know that we've got different skills, but we've never actually had like perks for individual skills. You've only just got better at it, which just meant that you were less likely to fail. Whereas this actually gives you actual perks, which I suppose is quite cool. Thing. So let's talk through them. So when steel smithing requires this, it doesn't require anything. So basically it's anybody can, I presume, can craft steel, and it basically says can create steel armor weapons at forges and improve them twice as much. So that basically is quite self-explanatory. I think a lot of this is going to be self-explanatory, just so you know. Anyway, going straight up, that doesn't actually have a branch of its own. We've got Arcane Blacksmith required. Requires 60. I think that means level 60. And it means that you can improve magical weapons and armor. So I presume that means that you'll be able to improve your level of either the strength or the power, magical power. I presume the arcane element means that it's the magical power of the magical weapons, which would be an interesting combination to have Arcane Blacksmith with an enchanter, because you could probably create something powerful and then make it more powerful. And I think the way that they're working, I think with the abolishment of individual classes, you could probably build all sorts of weird and wonderful combinations of characters, which actually sounds quite cool. Let's continue, shall we? We've also got the Dwarven smithing, so you can create Dwarven armor and weapons at a forge and improve them twice as much. So that's quite cool, and you get that at level 30. But also at level 30 you can get the light armor, so light armor, heavy armor. See that split there? So you can get elven smithing. So elven, I suppose, it looks like it's the lowest level light armor, I presume. I don't know. Maybe it's the lowest level that you can forge, because you can get leather armor, but you don't really need smithing skills for forging that. So Orcish smithing requires 50, and you can create Orcish weapons and armor and improve them twice as much as per usual. Then is advanced armors, apparently, can create scaled and plate armors at forges and improve them twice as much. Again, that's quite interesting. You could get scaled and plated before, I believe. You could never make them, though. And then you've got glass as well. So you can create glass and armor, and if you already have glass and armor, then you can improve them twice as much. So I presume you get twice as much damage, twice as much damage protection. I'm presuming that's what twice as much means. And then we've got ebony. It's the same for ebony at level 80, and then daedric smithing at level 90. So I wonder if you can get daedric or ebony ores and things like that. Be quite interesting to go into a cave, because in the older games like Morrowind, for example, you could find things like glass in mines and ebony ores. There was everywhere, but the only thing you could do with them is sell them. This actually gives them a purpose, which is interesting. And then we've got, obviously, the most important one here, which is dragon armor, which is interesting that it's at the top of the tree, and that I wonder if dragon armor is some sort of ubiquitous type armor that is neither and yet both light and heavy armor. I wonder. I don't really know. But it's interesting anyway. Just have a little think about that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode going over the smithing tech tree, or the smithing leveling tree. I appreciate your audience and appreciate you looking over this video. And when we come back, we'll have a little look at block. That I think block's going to be the next one that we look at. So until then, guys, stay safe, take care of yourself, and goodbye.